Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to take a closer look at the impact of social media on modern crime investigations. In recent years, social media has become an increasingly valuable tool for law enforcement agencies in their efforts to prevent and solve crimes. Platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn provide a vast amount of personal information about individuals, which can be used to track down suspects and obtain critical evidence. There have been several high-profile cases in recent years where social media, particularly Facebook, has played a crucial role in solving a crime. One such case is the murder of 16-year-old Skylar Neese in West Virginia in 2012. Skylar Neese disappeared on July 6, 2012, after sneaking out of her family's apartment to hang out with her two best friends, Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy. Initially, her parents assumed that she had run away and would return home soon, but when Skylar did not come back after several days, they reported her missing to the police. The police investigation initially did not yield any leads or suspects until a friend of the victim who had access to her Facebook account noticed her two best friends, Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy, were acting strangely on social media in the days following Skylar's disappearance. The friend contacted the police and shared the information, which led to the discovery of crucial evidence. Investigators analyzed the suspect's social media profiles and found that they had been posting messages and updates that conflicted with their alibis. The police also discovered that two suspects had recently bought shovels, and a security camera from a nearby residence captured footage of them returning home with the shovels at around the same time that Skylar went missing. Based on this evidence, the police arrested Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy, who eventually confessed to the murder of Skylar Neese. Schoaf pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 30 years in prison, while Eddy was convicted of first-degree murder and received a life sentence. Without the use of social media, it is possible that this case would have gone unsolved. The investigation was significantly aided by the suspect's social media activity, which provided crucial evidence that helped the police to build their case against them. This case is just one example of how social media can play a vital role in modern crime investigations. Social media profiles, posts, and other data can be analyzed by investigators to identify suspects and build a comprehensive picture of their activities and whereabouts. For example, if a suspect posts a photo of themselves at a particular location, investigators can use this information to narrow down their search area. This type of information can be particularly useful in cases where the suspect is a fugitive or has gone missing. Moreover, social media platforms can provide a wealth of information about a suspect's lifestyle, hobbies, interests, and even their friends and family. By analyzing this data, investigators can identify patterns of behavior and potential motives for criminal activities. Another example of a crime that was solved using Facebook is the case of the murder of 19-year-old University of Texas student Hiraku Weiser in 2016. Hiraku Weiser was a freshman at the University of Texas at Austin when she was brutally attacked and murdered while walking back to her dormitory on April 3, 2016. The police began investigating the case immediately, but they did not have any strong leads until a few days later when a homeless man, Mikhail Kreiner, was arrested for starting a small fire near the university campus. The police began investigating Kreiner, who had a criminal history, and they discovered that he had several Facebook accounts, one of which he had used to contact a woman named Tanya, who lived in a homeless camp near the university campus. Tanya provided the police with Kreiner's real name and a detailed description of his appearance, which matched the description of the suspect in the Hiraku Weiser case. The police also found that Kreiner had posted a series of disturbing messages and images on his Facebook pages that indicated his violent tendencies and fascination with fire. The police used this information to obtain a warrant to search Kreiner's tent, where they found evidence linking him to the murder of Hiraku Weiser, including a backpack and a laptop belonging to the victim. Kreiner was arrested and charged with murder, and he eventually pleaded guilty to the crime. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Once again, social media, particularly Facebook, played a crucial role in this investigation. Without the information provided by Tanya and the evidence gathered from Kreiner's Facebook pages, it is possible that the police may not have been able to identify him as a suspect in the case and bring him to justice. Social media has also revolutionized the way law enforcement agencies communicate with the public. Police departments often use social media to post updates on criminal activities and ask the public for assistance in identifying suspects. This type of communication is particularly useful in cases where time is of the essence, such as in cases of missing persons or child abductions. Furthermore, some police departments use social media to organize communication community events, such as National Night Out, where law enforcement officers and members of the community come together to discuss safety concerns and build relationships. These events can help build trust between law enforcement and the community, making it easier for investigators to obtain information about criminal activities and obtain witness statements. However, social media also presents some challenges for law enforcement agencies. One of the biggest challenges is the sheer volume of information available on social media platforms. Investigators must sift through large amounts of data to find relevant information, which can be time-consuming and overwhelming. Moreover, social media platforms are often used to spread false information and rumors, which can lead to the misidentification of suspects and the creation of unnecessary panic. Investigators must exercise caution and discretion when using social media to gather information. Additionally, social media companies are not always willing to cooperate with law enforcement and investigations. In some cases, social media companies may be reluctant to provide access to user data due to privacy concerns or legal restrictions. This can make it more difficult for investigators to obtain the information they need to solve a case. Despite these challenges, social media has had a significant impact on modern crime investigations. Its use has allowed law enforcement agencies to gather information, monitor criminal activity, and communicate with the public more effectively. While social media presents some challenges for crime investigations, its benefits far outweigh its drawbacks.